Finally, it works. What up, what up, what up? What's up, fam? I've been wanting to go live for the last 15 minutes. I posted a little picture on my Instagram. Had to restart my phone. Like unload the app, download it. What up, what up, what up? Morning. Great morning. Morning, everybody. How you feeling? Let me see. Is this even work? Can you guys hear me? Give me some thumbs up if you can hear me. If you can hear me, we're good. We're good to go. Can you guys hear me, fam? I'll just jump into it. Listen. Okay, perfect. There's nothing that can stop a mind that wants to understand itself. There's nothing that stops a mind that wants to truly understand itself, right? When a mind is curious, when a mind is aware, when a mind wants to be clear, when what you prioritize, right, is what's most important, right? Priorities mean this is what's most important to me. This is where I care about most. This is what I put up on a pedestal. Now, for a lot of people, they put their problems in their mind on a pedestal, right? The escapism of it. They put the escapism on a pedestal. They put the not seeing themselves on a pedestal. They put their fears on a pedestal, right? And allow the stories to consume their mind. They allow the stories to blind them from what it is that they actually need to see. Because a mind that wants to see itself, there is nothing that can stop a mind that wants to understand itself. Because most people have lived life looking to escape from it, right? Because it's easy to run away from you, right? And a lot of this stuff is natural to people. A lot of this stuff is just what's called normal, right? It's like, hey, let me make these moves. Let me make these decisions. This is what I've always done. And then naturally, this is what people think, right? They're geared towards certain things. I want this move. I want that. I want this. I want that. Right? And then they live the results of their moves, and they live the results of how they view the world. Check this, fam. So you live the results of how you view the world. And then when a time of crisis happens, when inconvenience happens, that's when people bring awareness to who they are and what they've been prioritizing. That's when they bring awareness to the moves they've been making up to this point. I've made this move, right? I've made these decisions. These are the decisions that I've made. This is what I care about. When something happens, that's what brings awareness to that moment. That's what brings awareness to people. Right? Think about it. I make decisions, the decision that I want to make based on what I prioritize, and then I get the results that I deserve. And the moment that I get the results that I deserve, that's what it brings awareness to the moves I've been making. Oh, fuck. I've been doing all this up to this point. I've been running away from my problems up to this point. And then that's the moment of opportunity. That's the moment right there where you want to see yourself. Where you want to see the decisions that you've made. When you want to see who you actually are, because you are revealed. Think about it, fam. When you finally get that disease because of the foods and your lifestyle you've been living. When you finally get the results that you deserve. When you finally get that, I'm saying when you finally get that end result, when you fail that test, when you get fired from your job, when you lose that business, think about it. Think about what happens, right? You get revealed up to that point. Oh, this is what happened. These are the moves I made that led me up to this point. Now, nothing can stop a mind that wants to see itself, because the moment that you study why you've gotten the result that you've gotten, the moment that you study why you made the decisions that you've made, the moment that you observe yourself, the moment that you see yourself, there's nothing that can stop you. But for most people, they alter what they see, right? They alter what they see. They get a result, they alter what they see. Meaning, they don't admit the truth to themselves. They don't say, I put myself in this position. They always say, oh, what happened? But why did I put it? It's always something else but themselves. But again, the moment you want to see you, the moment that you see, wow, I've been living the results of my past moves. Wow, I've been prioritizing these things that got me a certain result. Wow, yes, I've been living this way. This is the lifestyle that I've been living. These are the choices that I have made that led me up to this point. Also, these are the things that I prioritize. And when I say priorities, it's not just your responsibilities when it comes to outside things, material things, or money, jobs, or kids that you have, or sick grandparents or something. I'm not talking about, oh, these are my priorities, my kids, I'm talking about psychological priorities. Your psychological priorities. We're all living it. We're all moving within this way. We're all living based on what we prioritize. We're all making decisions based on what we prioritize. Think about it. Think about it, fam. If I prioritize running away from myself, I prioritize not seeing myself, what happens? What happens if I prioritize not seeing me? If I prioritize not seeing me, that means every single move I make, I don't want to see who I actually am. And when I mean by actually am, meaning the things that I prioritize and the things that I value, the things that I care about, the things that consume my mind. If I'm allowing the fears to consume my mind, and that's what I'm prioritizing, and I'm looking to run away from it, how can I ever see myself or understand myself as a human being? How can I ever get clear? How can I ever get aware if I don't want to see the details behind the moves that I'm making? Because it's too much thinking, it's too much this, it's too much awareness. I have to put an end to other things in order for me to see me. What happens if you no longer escape from your problems? What happens if you no longer run away from your problems? What happens if you stop allowing these problems to roll on to the next day? What would happen? What would happen if you addressed your fears? What would happen when you say, hey, this is how I feel about myself, and then you actually made that a priority in your life? Not the unfortunate fact of it. This is what people say, right? Oh, it's unfortunate that I put myself in this position. Oh, it's unfortunate. Oh, I don't know, man. It's just how I grew up. But if you look closely, you will see that you're not even putting yourself in a position to understand yourself. And this is why I started off this live by saying nothing's more powerful than a mind that wants to see itself. Because majority of the people spend most of their time running away from them. They don't want to see them. I don't want to see my habits. I don't want to see my patterns. I don't want to see the moves I've been making up to this point. I don't want to see the facts. I don't want to see me. I don't want to see the decisions that I have made that led me up to this point. Because I've existed all this time. I've existed all this time without addressing the root cause. Think about it, fam. If you have created a life around the avoidance of your problems, the avoidance of seeing yourself, then think about the results that you're getting, how you've lived your life over and over and over, existing, surviving, having pleasurable moments, having fun moments, being in this position that you're in, right? So the thought of change, the urgency of change, the urgency of understanding yourself, the desire or the curiosity, the priority to understand yourself is really not there, right? A lot of people are dull to that. Because again, how we started this live of what people prioritize. But at the same time, the moment that a crisis happens, the moment that you get the result you deserve is the moment that you are totally aware of the moves you've been making. It's the moment that the truth kicks in instantly. And that right there is interesting of what we do with that information. Think about what I'm saying, fam. The moment that you get the results, again, that you deserve, and you may not like that. You may not like it. You may not feel it. You may not be like, damn, man, that's not. I'd much rather have a different result. Is the moment that it brings awareness to what you've been doing. Hey, look, this is how you've been living. Hey, look, this is what you've been doing. Hey, look, these are the decisions you've been making. Hey, look, you haven't adapted, you haven't adjusted. Hey, look, there's certain things about yourself that you're ignoring. The body's talking to you. Your results are talking to you. Everything is telling you what's up. Everything is showing you exactly what you are doing. The results reveal the moves you're making behind the scenes. How you feel physically is being revealed. There's certain things that you're doing to yourself. There's a result to that. Right? There's a result. I'm making these moves and then there's a result. I'm making these decisions, there's a result. I'm thinking this way and there's a result. So you are living the results of what you prioritize. You are living the results of your philosophy. You are living the results of how you view yourself, how you view the world. You're living the results. Is it permanent? No. Because all you got to do is change a priority. All you got to do is see yourself. See what is going on. For a lot of people, they think it's the end. It's stamped because they live that way. Think about how many people live that way. Live with the stamp. That I just can't do it. Or this is just who I am. Or this is just the results that I get. I deserve. See, look. When I say the results that you deserve, when I say, yo, this is the results that you deserve, someone who feels unworthy, someone who feels that they're not good enough as a human being, someone who feels that, yep, I'm a loser. Of course I'm supposed to fail because I'm different than everybody else. I'm unfortunate. The stories that people tell themselves. When I say you get the results that you deserve, those people be like, yep, I deserve it. Yep, I just accept it. I'm not good enough to ever understand it, right? Yep, this is the money I make. Again, they become dull. They become dull to the position they're in. This is why this is scary, right? This is why when I say these things, people are like, oh, no, you shouldn't say those things, that people deserve it. Because there's some people in their mind be like, yep, I deserve this. This is just what it is. I knew that I was just born this way. I knew I have these problems. I knew I would never figure it out. I'm not worthy. I'm not good enough. See that mind right there? When it gets a result, times of crisis, they're dull to the times of crisis. It's not even the times of crisis. It's just another example of, yep, just proving to myself that I'm not good enough. You guys following? Give me some thumbs up if you're following. Oh, I'm not. I knew I couldn't do it. Okay, cool. I got the results that I deserve. See, that right there, that is a mind that does not understand itself. Because the moment that you see that you put yourself in this position that you're in. I see you guys. The moment that you see that you put yourself in this position, and the moment that you see that at any moment it can all change, the moment that you see that you have more control than you think, the moment that you see that this is not permanent, the moment that you start questioning the conclusions, the stamps, the moment that you understand as a human being, you will always figure it out. You can always figure it out. Regardless of who you are, you can always figure it out. Regardless of who you are, you can always figure it out. You will always figure it out. The moment that you understand that, you start saying, yep, I'm getting the results that I deserve based on the things that I prioritize and the moves that I'm making, not my self-worth. Not my, I would never figure it out because I'm a different individual. I have different circumstances and different experiences. In this reality world, you're correct. In actuality, you are the same as me. I am you and you are me. If I can understand myself, I can understand you in a real way. Now, not understand Anthony Minaya, because Anthony Minaya is nobody. Whatever this is, life itself, that's something. That's something much more. There's more substance in life itself. Not in Anthony Minaya, but in life itself. So if I can understand me, life itself, I can understand you. If I can understand how I operate, not Anthony Minaya, as in life itself, then I can understand you. And a lot of people don't see things this way. They see it very fragmented, see things in illusions. They see things within fantasy. And this fantasy, through a pair of eyes, is living in fantasy. So when I say you get the results that you deserve, it has nothing to do with these illusionary stories that you created for yourself. Yeah, I knew because I went through this at the age of 20 or 10 years old that I knew that I would never get this right. I get the results that I deserve. I just accept this. There's no shot. There's no chance. Someone else will take care of it. And these people live life this way, just getting punched in the face. Never knowing how to fight. Never knowing how to dodge the punches. Never knowing how to counter punch. Never taking that class. But just putting the best Vaseline in their face so they won't get any bruises when they do get punched. Because they're living life expecting to get punched. Over and over and over and over again. Oh, I'm getting the results I deserve. I'm not worthy for anything. When we talk about getting the results that you deserve, we're talking about that you are making decisions, making moves that has led you up to this point. That you keep repeating the same cycle, the same pattern over and over and over again. You keep repeating the same habits, you keep repeating the same thought process because you haven't changed the priority, because you haven't questioned the story, because you haven't seen who you actually are, because you're unwilling to change what you prioritize. You're unwilling to address certain fears. Because of those things, that's the reason why you're getting the results that you're getting. And the moment a crisis hits is the moment that's the opportunity to see what moves you've been making that has led you up to this point. It's the ultimate awareness. It's the ultimate teacher. Failure is the ultimate teacher. It's the greatest teacher of them all. Because it reveals, hey, you've been doing this. Make an adjustment. Hey, you've been thinking like this. Everything about you is creating the results you're getting now. Bring awareness to it. That's what failure is saying. That's what a crisis is saying. That's all of this. The result, is revealing now based on your perception, based on what you prioritize, right? Your priorities is creating the perception and the angle that you see it, right? Life is your perspective on what is. So there's what is, and then there's the angle that you see what is. And it's based on what you give your attention to and what you prioritize. Are you guys following? So if I'm like, oh man, I'm in constant search for the best escape, or I'm constantly avoiding myself, I'm constantly avoiding the truth about myself, I'm focused on the most meaningless things of all time. If I'm giving my attention to certain things, when a crisis hits, I can't even pick up the gems. I can't even pick up the knowledge. I can't pick up the awareness. I can't pick it up. I see something that's happened and I'm like, oh shit. Then there's my perception of what happened. Oh, it's just not my day. Oh, you see, this stuff always happens. We're just going to have to run away from it. It's like the result is the result for a reason. And can you not judge it good, bad, right, or wrong? Can you not say this is good things and this is bad things? But can you look at it and say, fuck, okay, what is the reason why? How did I get to this point? And this is very difficult, what I'm saying, man. It's very, very difficult. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. How can you penetrate a mind psychologically? How can you penetrate the mind in a way where it's like to get rid of all of these conditionings and all of this resistance that one has, all of these conclusions that one has about themselves, for them to see that they're the problem and they're the solution? How can I use words alone, words and actions and just me leading by example? How can that be strong enough alone to get somebody who's deeply conditioned to understand them? How can I get somebody to reconstruct their priorities and see themselves and put an end to the stories they tell themselves? It's almost impossible for a mind that just listens with resistance, for a mind that's not interested. It's just almost impossible. Why? Why do I say that? Because one is so sold. They're sold on this idea, on these stories, that it's not up to them, that they didn't put themselves in this position. No, Anthony, you don't understand. It's not me. No, you don't get it, y'all. No. It's like, damn, you don't. It's like what I'm saying flies over people. It flies over most people's heads. Because to truly understand what is being said, I have to put an end to the stories. I have to put an end to a priority. I have to put an end to a comfort zone. I have to put an end to something in order to create something new. Because if I keep holding on to this is what's getting me the results that I'm getting now. And how I feel about myself is because of this. Now, to put it into those stories, to be in a complete new, to be reborn again, to learn everything as if I'm a 2-year-old kid, a 1-year-old kid, to learn everything again. I'm 40 years old. I'm too old. I'm 35. I'm too old. I'm 50. I'm too old. It's like, man, no. To learn everything again, to reposition your life, to reposition yourself, to question the stories you tell yourself, to invest time and energy and focus when you have all this responsibility, when the mind's being pulled psychologically in multiple directions. You got the kids you're worrying about. You got the family you're worrying about. You got the multiple belief systems that you're unwilling to question. You have the multiple jobs and the this and this and this. Now, to tell a mind, hey, listen, the understanding of oneself, it's what's most important. The knowledge of oneself is most important. If you don't have the knowledge of oneself, all other knowledges, all the other things to learn, all the other education is meaningless if you don't understand yourself. It's meaningless. Yep, that shit is hard, and it is a daily challenge, focusing not just daily, but moment to moment. Moment to moment awareness takes prioritizing and wanting to understand, right? Wanting to understand the details of your life. When you truly feel lost and confused, when you truly feel dull, sluggish, when you truly feel, man, I don't want to be in this position that I'm in psychologically and physically and mentally, and when you can see that, holy shit, it's all up to me and it always will be, that right there, man, is a different level of focus, is a different level of urgency. I want to understand, because if I don't understand it, I've been living confused and lost and sluggish, and I've been living like this up to this point. I was born into an environment that taught me how not to think for myself. I was born into whatever it is that people can say, hey, I was born like this. I lived like this for a long time. Now to get that mind aware, because the crisis, again, the body and mind doesn't understand what is not true. The body and mind only lives in truth. I'm sorry, the body and the brain live in truth. The mind can create all these stories and illusions. When a crisis happens, as in a failure, something dramatic, something that wakes you up, that brings awareness to the moves you've been making up to this point, the body's alerting, yo, this is the end result. The mind, you're getting the result that you're like, damn, this relationship came to an end? Of course. That was inevitable, but you didn't see that. Damn, I got this disease that creeped in. I got sick. Yeah, there's something you're doing that got in. There's something that you're doing that you're prioritizing that got you. But that moment, when the businesses fail, when there's no money in your pocket, when you get fired, when the relationships come to an end, these things that I say it's a crisis, meaning the person prioritizes these things so much that when it comes to an end, they see a crisis. When in actuality, very few things are a crisis. And when these things come to an end, that sickness kicks in. When you bring awareness to your own mortality, when the person close to you, when someone passes away, someone dies, there's deaths happening, and you're like, oh my gosh, we die? Brings awareness to the moves you've been making. Brings awareness. That is the moment of opportunity, right? Those are moments of opportunities in your life that you have overlooked or became desensitized to. The importance of sensitivity. Being sensitive to the understanding of oneself. And what I mean by sensitivity is the moment-to-moment decisions, the moment-to-moment awareness. The moves that you make that get you a result, but you're so sensitive to it that you value every decision that you make. That you value every person that you talk to. You ain't having meaningless conversations because you understand how sensitive the mind is. You ain't talking to somebody, but whoa. You're watching what you listen to. You're watching what you see. You're watching who you hang around. You're watching what you put into your system. You're aware of the moves you make behind the scenes and the thoughts that you have when you're alone, when no one's watching, when you're laying in bed, laying down. That sensitivity when you get hit with a result that you deserve based on the moves that you've made and the things that you've prioritized, that if you weren't prioritize those things, you wouldn't have those moves. You wouldn't have those results, right? Psychologically, physically. And most of the time, those results tell you what to do. Those results show you what not to do. Those results, it's like, oh, I got punched in the face with the truth. This is how I feel. And at those moments, those are the moments that it can all change. Those are the moments where you can say to yourself, man, I made these moves. I've made these decisions. It led me up to this point. These are the things I care about. It led me up to this point. Okay. Let's make an adjustment. I see it. It's okay. I wasted my time. Not really. You don't waste your time. You get a result and you see it. It's not a waste of time. You see it. You can see it. It's right in front of your face. Now make the adjustment. Now you know what not to do. You didn't waste your time. That's why people get in relationships. I wasted my time. You didn't waste your time. You can see the truth about that. That whole structure itself. That whole dynamic. You can see the truth on, oh, I didn't make any money when I started this business. Yep. You can see the truth in that. There's a reason why. Not because you can't. Not because a human being is incapable of doing it. But because of something that you are doing, something you're unwilling to let go, something you're unwilling to do is getting you that result. There's a story that you told yourself that's getting you that result. There's certain foods that you eat that's getting you the results you're getting physically. Of course, it makes sense. Look in the mirror. It makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. No, but there's some people that just different. Their bodies is different. You don't understand because the insides are da. Okay, cool. Run with that story. I'll be over here. I don't argue with people. Arguing is arguing. If you argue with somebody, it means you want to be right. I don't want to be right. I don't want to be right. I don't argue. No, you don't understand. It's like, I don't have the energy to convince others to see themselves, or the energy, or the time to even, it's like, convince somebody. Let me show you why I'm right. Let me show you why. It's like, listen, you're getting the results you're getting, and you sleep with yourself. You have to sleep. You wake up and look in the mirror. You see the results. I don't gotta prove. I don't have to prove anything, right? I don't have to convince you of anything. This is how you see the world. Cool. That's how you see it, right? Cool. Go ahead. Like, enjoy, because you're getting the results. You know how you feel about yourself on the daily. And it's the things that you can lie to me, but you can't lie to yourself, right? And you can lie to yourself to the point that you get the result that you deserve, which then brings awareness, boom, to the truth. And that's the moment where you can't lie to yourself. You can lie to yourself up to the point you get the result. And the result is what is. The result is the facts. Get punched in the face directly with the fact of how you think, how you live your life. You are living the end result. So now you can look at that moment and say, wow, I put myself in this position. Let me make an adjustment. Let me question how I see things. Or you can fight hard to stay the same. And that's a battle I'm not even interested in getting involved in. It's like, okay, cool. Go on. Enjoy yourself. So when you're arguing and you're debating, you want to be right. You want it to be your way. But the truth is the truth. Always. So all I got to do is say, yo, the facts are the facts. You can go on and live your life. Go ahead. Live your life. But when you see yourself in the mirror, you see yourself and you feel the way you feel about yourself for a reason. You look the way you do for a reason. You make the money that you make for a reason. You have the people around you that you have for a reason. The quality of your conversation that you're having impact you in a real way. Your energy is the way your energy is for a reason. You feel the way you feel for a reason. You live where you live for a reason. All of this stuff matters. That sensitivity, are you sensitive to that? Can you see that for yourself? Right? Because the moment that you do, then you start prioritizing different things. You start taking responsibility. You start taking ownership and control over your existence. You start taking true ownership and control of your life. You're like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I'm going to make this adjustment. I'm going to make that adjustment. But for most people, the difficulty of that, how so many people just like, yeah, Anthony, I get it. I understand it, but it's not for me. Okay, cool. Responsibility is not for you. The results speak for themselves, fam. The results speak. I'm talking to you guys on this live. Never argue with anybody. Never debate anything with anybody. The results always speak for themselves. The people are living the way they live, and the behind the scene work is being revealed at all times. It's always, your mentality comes with an end result. Your philosophy comes with an end result. People feel the way they lie to themselves. They limit what they see when it comes to the problems of the mind. Just be like, yo, you got it. Cool. Lead by example, lead the way. When you lead the way, just maybe that person will be like, you know what, man? Let me question myself a little bit. Let me be willing to question all of my beliefs about me and life itself. Let me be willing to question all the stories I tell myself. Let me be willing. Let me be willing to do that. Because this result here ain't it. This results I'm getting ain't it. This money I'm making ain't it. How I'm living, how I see the world is not it. Because I'm getting these results. I'm not feeling it. I'm constantly getting offended. I'm constantly getting hurt by words itself. Something's off. I need to understand what's going on. And that curiosity gets you to open up a whole new world of questions. And that's when life changes instantly for you. Instant change happens when you finally understand yourself, when you see yourself. That's why, again, we started off this live by saying nothing's more powerful than a mind that wants to see itself. That's what I got for you, fam. How you guys feel about this live? I felt kind of almost like, whoa, into it. Give me some fire emojis if you are feeling this live. I apologize for the issue. It was 15 minutes late. Posted on my Instagram. I had to restart my app. I had to freaking log off, re-download it, update my phone. I had to do a bunch of shit to get on this live because it didn't let me go on. So I appreciate your patience. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm looking at the comments right now. Let's see who's on here. Who's on here? Give me some fire emojis if you love the live and you're on here. I want to see who's on here. Oh, thank you so much for the badge. I appreciate that. I appreciate the badges bought. I'm just looking at the comments. It's a bit delayed, as always. All right, family. Yo, I'm out of here. I love you guys. I appreciate you for tuning in. Appreciate you for jumping on. Much love, fam. Have a phenomenal day today. Crush the day. Stay focused. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care, fam. Peace.